name is Ken Kreitzer for CBSI Services. We're on Capitol Hill tonight in the Cannon House office building as members of the PACE Association. Just visited Capitol Hill, visited quite a few members of Congress, and to tell the story of the call center industry and to talk with various members of Congress. And we have a group, several of whom work for Quicken, and a gentleman who works for another company. But let's start with Nicole, who was organizing the whole day. And Nicole Ebar, Vice President of Public Policy at Quicken. Tell us about the day coming over to Capitol Hill.
Thank you so much. Today was 2016 PACE Advocacy Day. It was a great day. We had 11 groups out on Capitol Hill. We had over 50 people spread out across the Capitol. We have some great photos of everyone around the Hill. Our team had a lineup of targeted House meetings. So we met with Congressman Shimkus, Majority Whip Scalise, and then also Subcommittee Chairman Walden and Chairman Energy and Commerce Upton's offices. So it was a great day all around.
Very good. What were some of the key topics that you talked with the members of Congress?
Today we wanted to make sure that we introduced PACE to them if they hadn't heard of us before. What we're trying to do is build the relationship now so that when we're ready next year and the following years to fight items like TCPA and other issues. Today we mostly wanted to focus on PACE as an organization that staff can reach back out to, and then also just generally a need for updating TCPA.
Very good. Now let's say hello to Victor Yu, who also works at Rock Connections, a call center company. Victor, tell us, what was the day like for you in the afternoon visiting Capitol Hill?
Well, the day was great, and we think very effective. As we say, to be an effective business person, you have to work on the business and in the business. And I think today we really had a chance to step back from our day-to-day and work on the business in terms of what Nicole mentioned, in terms of planning for next year, in terms of growing Advocacy Day for PACE, and for getting in front of our congressmen and at least making sure they were aware of some of the issues and our plans on how we'd like to go ahead and bring those to the forefront. So it was a very effective day.
Very good. Had you participated in a Capitol Hill Day program like this before? Did it surprise you in any way?
I have not had the opportunity to do that in prior events, so this is my first, and it's opened my eyes to really how effective one's voice can be and how willing our elected officials are at willing to listen to what we have to say.
Very good. Good to see you. Now we have Kevin Riley here. And Kevin, first off, just tell us about your company and what you do there.
Sure. My name is Kevin Riley. I'm with the American Resort Development Association. We represent the vacation ownership and timeshare industry and have over 1,000 members across the nation.
Very good. What was the message and the conversation like when you had a chance to meet with several members of Congress and their staff?
This is really a great opportunity for us to do what Americans should do, is use the political process to be able to go out to talk to their members of Congress about the issues that really affect them in their daily lives. For us in our business, we represent quite a few large organizations and small organizations that have issues with TCPA and the way that it's been enacted, and we really wanted to kind of vocalize those issues to our members of Congress to let them know, here we are, this is who we represent, here are the jobs in your district that are affected, and kind of get the message out about how those issues affect us and affect them.
Very good. Good to see you. Thank you. And we have Joe Habib, who is an attorney at Quicken. And Joe, what was the experience like for you on Capitol Hill this afternoon?
Today was a great day. We had the opportunity to explain to some senators and some congressmen the legal issues that we're facing with the TCPA. This law has been out of the hands of the Congress since 1991, 25 years ago. The FCC since then has taken it and ran. So now we had the opportunity to explain to these senators and congressmen, hey, this law is outdated and we need to update it. So we got to educate them and tell them the perils of the compliance and litigation of TCPA.
How is it for you you obviously have a legal background, but to kind of see democracy firsthand, to come here to Capitol Hill and to talk to the members of Congress that you did?
It's always great to come back and see democracy in action. You know, the Constitution is the founding cornerstone of our country, and today was a prime example of that in action. We're fulfilling the intentions of our founding fathers and really bringing people into government, and that's what our government's all about.
Very good. Thank you. Good to meet you. And we'll just finish by talking with Nicole Eber of Quicken, who helped put this whole day. And we'll just finish up our talk here on Capitol Hill in the beautiful rotunda, the Cannon House office building, famous. You see it on television, on the news reports every night. And just ask Nicole Eber, Vice President of Public Policy at Quicken Loans, just to kind of sum up the experience. I mean, number one, it's a neat experience to come to Capitol Hill. It's something I never get tired of. What is it like to come and visit several of your members of Congress and walk through these halls?
It's important is what it is. It's advocacy in action, this, the summit tagline, and it really is important that we're up here. It's great. We're being able to communicate one-on-one with our members, and so I'm very thankful for all the participants from PACE for making Advocacy Day happen. I'm thankful to the Capitol Hill Council for making Advocacy Day happen, and my hope is that next year we continue this tradition and we grow in numbers. My goal is all 50 states for 50 teams at some point, so we'll see what happens.
Well, certainly a very effective program you put together, and great to see everyone have a chance to come up to Capitol. I've done it a few times, and I just always enjoy it. What's your favorite moment of walking the halls of Congress?
Oh, wow, there are a lot. When I see the architecture, I always remember that these buildings have been here longer than all of us have been born, and that the Founding Fathers put this together, and that our country is still standing tall. And especially on the eve of another election, it's so important to remember to go out and vote. And so I think when I walk through the halls, I remember that the power is in the people, and that with the election coming, make sure you register to vote and go out and vote.
Absolutely. Nicole Eber, who is VP Public Policy at Quicken Loans. Great to see you, and we'll look forward to next year's program and doing this again.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much, and thank you, PACE.
Thanks. That's great. This is Ken Kreitzer for CBSI Services. Today, coming from Capitol Hill at the conclusion of the PACE TPCA Summit, and we'll be back at the home office of CBSI in Harrison later this week. So have a good evening. Ken Kreitzer for CBSI Services.